One thing we may notice about ourselves is our over-ambition is increasing in a bad way. Some of us live in an environment where you have to be this and you have to be that. And if you didn't do it, you will not be satisfied because of all these expectations. So, the first question you are likely to encounter when you meet somebody is, what do you do? And according to how you answer that question, you will be either a subject of interest or you will be left alone. What job do you have? And in particular, how much money do you make? And according to that criteria, people will judge you immediately. If you can deal with just wearing, buying, choosing simple stuff, then there's something going right in your life. If you are a parent and your child has no ambition to become famous, you are doing something right, because that means that the person is able to deal with being them without too much other stuff. Most of us are going to have an ordinary life. So, what have we done building a world in which an ordinary life is not good enough? This is a form of self-torture. Materially, an ordinary life is terrific. But then we put a snake in the grass. We ruined paradise by telling ourselves, actually, an ordinary life is psychologically not good enough. It's not good enough just to drive an ordinary car and have an ordinary house and have an ordinary bath once a day and have an ordinary meal. No, that's not good enough. You need to be extraordinary. Become somebody else. This is a kind of torture that we impose on ourselves. Greed eats you away and never satisfies you. A great example is Macbeth, a tragedy by William Shakespeare. Macbeth in the play is like any one of us. He has a huge mission he's looking forward to achieve. Becoming king in the place of King Duncan. He was told by 3 witches, and once he knew he was going to be king, Macbeth at first frightened, but afterward made a plan with his wife to kill King Duncan. Macbeth is trying to make sense of the witches' prophecies.
This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature?
He knows that the witches are evil, yet he likes what they are telling him. He has already started to think about killing Duncan. Macbeth's greed for power transformed him from a brave warrior and loyal subject to a man who will do anything to gain and keep the crown. Macbeth is a man of ambition, too much ambition, which in the end leads to his tragic demise. We need to hear another message, and that message is you're okay. It's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay to be ordinary. It's okay to not know what's going on. It's okay to be lost in the universe, most of whose recesses will always be darkness to us. That's all of it, okay? And joy is not going to be making 10 million. Joy is going to be a meeting with a friend. Joy is going to be a meal that turns out okay. Joy is going to be a day at the end of which no one's died. There's been no crisis. It's been more or less alright. Love is not going to be perfection. Love is going to be occasionally a hand held by someone who understands bits of you, never the whole of you, but has charity towards your darkest moment. That's the life you are going to lead, and let that be okay.